Berlin doesn't do subtlety. It's a city that's been divided and rebuilt twice over, and that history sits right alongside a genuinely brilliant family side that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. There's a river where you can cruise past the Reichstag, a tower you can see the whole city from, and a stretch of the old wall, now covered floor to ceiling in murals painted by artists from all over the world. Add a technology museum packed with real planes, trains, and ships, one of the oldest zoos in Europe, and an afternoon spent self-driving a convoy of vintage East German cars past Checkpoint Charlie, and 2 days in Berlin barely feels like enough, even before you've touched the food. This video covers a complete 48-hour itinerary for families, taking in the Berlin TV Tower, the Deutsches Technikmuseum, a Spree River Cruise, Zoo Berlin, the Trabi Safari, and the East Side Gallery. The timings are realistic, tested for a family with young kids rather than a solo traveller moving at speed, and the full printable itinerary with costs and practical details is available through the link in the description below, completely free. If you find this useful, please subscribe using the link in the description. It's completely free, and is not just for new videos. When we spot good flight, hotel, or activity deals to any of the destinations we cover, we post them as a quick alert. These deals tend to go quickly, and subscribing makes sure you get notified of these deals before they are gone. A few practical things first. Germany uses the euro, and cards are widely accepted almost everywhere, though small bakeries and street food stalls often prefer cash, so it's worth keeping a little on you. For getting around, a single BVG ticket covers the U-Bahn, S-Bahn, trams and buses, and day passes are good value for a family covering this much ground across 2 days. Download the BVG app before you travel, since it covers tickets and live timings for every service in the city, and it's genuinely useful with a pushchair or tired kids in tow. Uber operates in Berlin alongside regular taxis, and either is a straightforward option late in the evening or when everyone's had enough walking. If you'd rather book a taxi than a rideshare, it's easiest to book through an app or ask your hotel, rather than trying to hail one on the street, which isn't really how it works here. Berlin has cool winters and mild summers, so pack layers and a waterproof jacket whatever time of year you're traveling. If you're traveling from the UK, you can currently enter Germany visa-free for stays of up to 90 days with a valid passport. An EDS travel authorization is expected to become mandatory later this year, so it's worth checking the current requirement before you fly, since this is exactly the kind of detail that can change between us researching this and you actually traveling. For snacks, drinks, or anything you've forgotten, Rewe and Edeka supermarkets are common across the city for a proper shop. Berlin is also well known for its Spätis, small late-night corner shops found on almost every street corner, brilliant for a cold drink or an ice cream after a long day of sightseeing, and a Berlin institution worth experiencing, even if you don't need anything. One more thing worth knowing before you set off. Berlin is a big spread-out city compared with many other European cities, so this itinerary deliberately keeps each day's stops within a manageable radius rather than crisscrossing the whole map. It makes for a calmer pace with kids, even if it means leaving a few well-known sites for a future trip. Start day 1 at 9 in the morning at the Berlin TV Tower, an observation deck 203 meters up in Berlin's tallest landmark and its most visited attraction. It's bookable through GetYourGuide, and it's worth booking in advance rather than turning up and hoping for a slot, since timed entry sells out on weekends and in peak season. Allow an hour to an hour and a half, and try to go early to beat both the queues and the haze that tends to build up over the city later in the day. By 11, head to the Deutsches Technikmuseum, which is home to historic planes, trains and ships, plus a hands-on science centre that's genuinely built for kids rather than just tolerant of them. Book online in advance to avoid queues and allow 2 to 3 hours, since there's more here than most families expect. At about 1:30, stop for lunch. Currywurst from a stall near the museum or in Mitte is a solid, quick option that won't eat into the afternoon. After lunch, head back to your accommodation to rest before the evening. It's worth building in proper downtime here, since what follows is a full evening out. Then, at 5 o'clock, join a Spree River cruise. This is a guided hour-long boat tour past the Reichstag and Museum Island, among others. It's booked through GetYourGuide, and it's worth reserving ahead rather than hoping for space on the day. Allow an hour. Once you're off the boat, head to dinner at around 6:30. There's a wide choice of restaurants around Hackischer Markt or the Nikolai Viertel, both of which are close to where the cruise actually ends, so there's no need to travel far with tired kids after a full day. After dinner, finish the day with a free wander along the Spree Promenade near Museum Island, which lights up beautifully after dark and makes for a relaxed close to a busy first day. Day 2 starts at 9 o'clock at Zoo Berlin. Germany's oldest zoo is home to pandas, elephants, and has a dedicated children's zoo area. It's bookable through GetYourGuide, and booking online tends to work out better value than paying at the door. Allow 3 to 4 hours since it's a large site and there's a lot to see. Then, at 1 o'clock, stop for lunch. A doner kebab from a stall near the zoo or a Lonker Furstendam is a reliable, filling choice. At 2 o'clock, it's time for a Trabi safari, a self-drive convoy of vintage Trabant cars past Checkpoint Charlie and the Brandenburg Gate. It's booked through GetYourGuide and gets great reviews. It's worth knowing in advance that one adult per car needs a full valid driving license. Allow an hour to an hour and a half for what tends to be one of the more memorable stops on the whole trip. After that, head back to your accommodation to rest. This is a fuller afternoon than day 1, so this break matters more than it might look on paper. By about 5:30, head back out to Eastside Bäckerei and Warschauer Strasse for a sweet snack stop. It is just a 2-minute walk from the Eastside Gallery and a good spot for Berliner jam donuts or other pastries before the evening's main event. Then, at 6, spend time at the Eastside Gallery itself. This is a chance for a free wander along the longest surviving stretch of the Berlin Wall, which is now covered in murals from artists across the world. Allow around 45 minutes to an hour or more if the kids want to stop at every mural, which they probably will. Finish the trip with dinner at 7. There's a wide choice of restaurants around Warschauer Strasse, which is an easy walk from the gallery. Peter Pan Burger Grill and Bar at the Eastside Mall is a solid option if you want something casual and reliably family-friendly to end the trip on. It's also right by Warschauer Strasse station, so it's an easy final stop before heading back to your accommodation for the night. And that is 48 hours in Berlin, covering the TV Tower, the Deutsches Technikmuseum, a Spree River cruise, Zoo Berlin, a Trabi safari, and the Eastside Gallery. A link to the full printable version of this itinerary, with all the costs, practical tips, and a local food guide, is in the description below. If you found this useful, please subscribe. It's completely free, and new videos covering family-friendly city breaks go up regularly. It also means you get notified anytime we post an alert about great deals on flights, hotels, or activities for any of our destinations. And everything is also on the website at tiredbuthappytravel.com, where you'll find written guides and further content alongside the videos. If there's anything you'd change about this itinerary or feedback on how it worked for your family, leave a comment below. We read all of them, and it genuinely helps other viewers to hear different opinions or benefit from local knowledge. Happy travels, and enjoy Berlin!